Hello, welcome back to Sunday Stitching. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and as you can see there's not a needle or thread in sight here because today's Sunday Stitching is about, you know, ideas and tips and tricks and things like that. Now I've just started a new book. This is some cold water felting that I did. That's probably not even the right name. It's not perfect, but it feels lovely, and I wanted to make it into a book cover. So I just took a few layers of different size, deliberately bits of wadding to create a little book. And I decided that I wanted to use this. I love this stuff, and I wanted to use some of it in my book, but obviously this is tissue paper. So what I did was I got out, oh I can't roll that back up there, leave that there for a minute. I got out the gel matte medium. I got out some bed sheet. This is this bed sheet that I've been ripping up for forever, although I believe this is now the last piece. I actually need to go and get another one. And I just used gel medium to stick it to the bed sheet. Now you can still rip it, doesn't rip the way, you know, cotton fabric usually rips, but it does still go, but it's stiffer, it's nice, and obviously then because it's on the fabric you can stitch it to your project. So if you haven't got some of this wonderful paper, which I know is expensive and I know you may not have, you see I did a whole length of it, here's an alternative. You know me, I like to give you an alternative, because if you like the idea of the project but you haven't got the stuff, you want to make it for everyone. So here's my shape, and I have here some tissue paper. This is pre-printed. I've had it for forever. It's something we used to use in my day job. I haven't got much of it left now. So I'm just going to pop that on there like that. And I'm going to glue that down in a minute, because I want to do the, you know, the other part first. And then also, for those of you that haven't got anything like that, what about a bit of stamping? So I've got some ordinary tissue paper here. Again, I'm afraid from my day job, but you can get this stuff anywhere. It comes a lot of the time in, like, you know, packages of things you order. Now the only thing you need to make sure here is that you use a waterproof ink. So make sure it is waterproof, otherwise when you try to glue it to your fabric you're going to have one almighty mess. I've chosen to use this All Create stamp. It's got a copy and postage theme, which, you know, just goes with all my loves, does it not? So I'm just going to pop that on there. We're going to get plenty of ink splodged all over it. Okay, plenty of ink, and then we are going to lay this down like so. Give it a good press, allow the ink to go into your paper, and then lift it up. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to go again. I'm going to, because I can get another one on there, can't I? To be used for different projects. I like to semi-mess make if I can. Makes sense while I've got all the equipment out, especially for things like ephemera. Okay, and then if we lift that off, because it didn't quite fit, Actually, let's just do it with our fingers, will probably be easier, won't it? I'm just going to ink up that bottom bit and pop that on there and over there, like that. Okay, so we've done our stamping. And we've got our printed tissue paper, and of course this is going to be quite a short video again today, because once this is stuck down I'm going to have to leave it to dry. So we take our paintbrush and we take our gel medium, whoops, and you squirt it all over the place. Just put a fair amount down there, and then I'm just going to literally apply it. And this is really exactly the same as you would do with a napkin. And now that I'm thinking about it, you could do this with a napkin, I'm sure you could. So let's put this down first. In fact, I know I've made fabric paper with napkins before, so that would definitely work. In fact, I'm sure I've done it on film for you. There we go. So that's that one down. I don't know how well it would work if this was a colour printed tissue paper, but it definitely works for the black and white. And then if I turn that round like that, lift it up because we don't want it sticking to the board, but we do want to lay it back down. I'm going to do exactly the same again. As you can see, I've used quite a lot. Like so. We've got a bit of a crease in there. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe should have thought about ironing it. But, you know, there ain't enough hours in the day for that, are there? Now, as it happens, look, I'm not going to use that bit, but it doesn't matter. Stick that down. A little bit more. And then when this is, whoops, this is dry, I'll be able to pull it off of, you know, the strip, or even little squares of it, whatever, to make it into my project, or use it in my project, because obviously it's then fabric, not paper. Make sure your ends are stuck down, and then just set it to one side to dry. Now, when I did these ones, it took not long at all. It was one of those very hot days last week, and it didn't take very long to dry at all, a couple of hours. So obviously I'm going to put the ladies on the front with something else. Just share this with you. The inside here is all pink, which doesn't really go with the black, but I don't know, I don't care. So then this is an old scarf, and I've just scrunched it all up, sewn in beads, and put in one of those charms. You see me do that quite a lot. It's quite messy on the back there, but obviously I've got a page to go on there. I've just stuck a paper on there. I'm going to put some frill all around the edge, and I've got another one of these on the back there with some tulle and stuff. So lots of stitching still needs to be done. And then you see I've got another one down here, more ladies, with some Suffolk puffs and some of this eyelash, and that's just stenciled fabric. So that's why I did the project. This is where I'm going with it. Yeah, I think Susan Taylor Brown calls them why not books, And I love, you see, by having the staggered pages, you see some of that page before you open it. And here, you know, you see a lot of the page, but still not all of it with this one. And the same will be, you know, all the way through the book because of the different sizes. And all I did was I took the various layers, I laid them onto, is it there? Yeah. Laid them onto, dog hair of course, onto the felt, and I just ran it through my sewing machine. So it's nice and fixed and solid. Boom, boom. So there you go. Quick little project for you today of using, you know, your Tim Holtz paper or your own stamps to bring it back down to create some cloth paper to use in your projects. Nice and short. I'm hoping that next week we will have the first reveal from Roxy, so we'll be working in our printer's tray, or our faux printer's tray. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye for now.